GG17 is a lower body workout with three main goals. First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna master the step up and we're gonna build the VMOs, the lower inner quads. We're also gonna bulletproof the knees, improve our gait, and we're gonna fix imbalances between sides, because if one leg is stronger than the other, your body will hate you, especially as you get older. You'll be done in 20 minutes. Let's get into this workout right now. Let's break down each movement. Let's have a beautiful lower body or leg day session. Toes elevated, psoas step up. Now let's get into the particular way of maximizing this movement. I really want you, if you can, toes elevated slant board, and make sure we're not toes out. I want those toes going straight ahead. We're trying to work on not only hip mobility, but gait, all right? Where the toes are pointing straight ahead for proper walk-run mechanics. Once I'm in there, I step through to a higher box where my top thigh is just about parallel to the floor. The psoas aspect of this is now when I raise this leg off of the box. That is the range of motion that activates your highest hip flexor, the psoas, which attaches into your lumbar spine. That's why it's so critical for low back health. So I want you to take a stick and push down into the ground or the box to give you a little more stability and support. And again, keep everything forward for our mechanics. And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna exhale up, and I'm gonna pause for 1 or 2 seconds, inhale down. Small range of motion exercise, but what's happening too in that bottom leg, that massive stretch, I'm getting through the Achilles, the ankle, the calf, the foot, the toes, and coming from the front, I wanna show you this as well. Initially, if you don't have a lot of intention behind it, you'll lift the leg and it'll kind of trail off to the side on you like that. That's not what we want. That's actually tightness in your hips that's pulling it out. So you have to actually focus and use this for support as you come up. Don't be loose at the foot either. Pull the toes up, get that knee straight up and hold it and feel it and get that activation right here. Inhale down. Obviously, the progression here is just getting even more and more range of motion, maybe a millimeter at a time, and using less and less assistance and support. If you can eventually do this in free space without any sort of stick, I mean, that's like total body control. And that's a great long-term goal. You can do that. There's really nothing else you won't be able to do physically, in my opinion, with your lower body. But great way to start a workout, activate the high hip flexors. And then when you get into your main step ups, because you'll never be stepping up with this sort of extreme range of motion, it'll allow you just to feel real smooth on all the other variations that come in the workout. So that's why I love it as an awesome built-in warm-up, not just for a great step up or lower body workout, but even a walk, run, hike. So put this into your daily mobility work too, especially if you feel the benefits or that it's a weakness. Step up to balance. Now I can do it foot flat in the box, but you can see what happens when I go here to here. You can see just how much more motion I'm getting to the hip and the knee. And again, we want to target those low quads more, so we want to go heel elevated if we can. But also, this increases the challenge on the balance component. So opposite arm leg mechanics, I'm going to exhale up, keep my eyes focused on one point for stability, and then slowly bring the opposite knee up as I switch arms. Arms at 90-degree angles the whole time. And again, pull the toes to the shin and be intentional about getting that maximum movement through the hip, knee above hip level if you can. I'm gonna inhale it down slow and then stay in the same leg the whole set. It's harder to balance here because the weight's getting pushed more towards my forefoot as if I'm balancing on my toes, but it gives me just that extra bit of stability that I'd be unable to, in most cases, balance if I was just on my toes only at the top. So again, you can go flat, but use this to get more low quad, more motion to the hip and knee, and more balance demands in terms of pushing you towards the forefoot and toe at the top. Opposite arm leg mechanics, exhale up, inhale down, same leg the whole set, then switch. And this one, really, it's great to do after the psoas step up too, because we activated those hip flexors. So now take that and apply it and really get that knee up at the top and hold briefly before coming back down under control. So this drill is as much about what's happening on the top leg as the floor leg, the box leg versus the floor leg. So, again, a lot of injuries can happen to the Achilles or ankle and what's happening with the trail leg. So what we're doing here is I actually want you to create about 5 of these kind of, think about pogo hopping on the balls of the feet on that trail leg. All right, you'll take an inhale through the duration of that set. So, or that 5 hops. So, and then I'm gonna exhale up into a hover hold. For about 1 or 2 seconds, I can reach my arms more for counterbalance and then go right back into this set. But I'm actively pushing down into this too. I'm bouncing off the back toe. I'm also pushing off the midfoot here, and I'm getting these pulsing contractions in my low quad, my knee. So it's a pulsing, it's joint training, it's muscle training, and then push up, and then stabilize. So it's actually helping you build from the bottom up. The hardest part of the step is coming out of the bottom, and by hover holding, what happens with isometric hold is you strengthen that exact motion. You also strengthen the angle 15 degrees above and below. So it's actually building here to here. It's building this pocket of strength where your knee is susceptible to injury, but also where you tend to be really weak. So this is going to help build more resilience for the toes, foot, Achilles, and it's also a great calf workout. You get some cardio going here, but it's pounding the VMO, hover hold. And just repeat for time and then switch sides. And I love doing this. If you know you got some more jumping or a lot of plyometric elastic work coming into a training session, doing something like this to warm up and just get a lot of blood into those joints, make things pliable, elastic, warm, and wet, if you will. Less risk of injury, better performance. And again, this is going to really help strengthen the sticking point of your step up as well. The step down or reverse step up is a critical exercise for knee health, all right? What it's trying to do is get you comfortable, if you think about coming downstairs, with the step down portion of that, right? It's this movement, all right? This movement, by the way, for a lot of people, that's where they get a lot of knee pain. And what it is, think about it, this is actually, as you step down and do it properly, transferring kind of from more mid-foot heel to toe, all your body weight is coming to your knee where it's way over the toe. This is actually a stressful joint angle. So what we want to do is we want to build some resilience, some eccentric and isometric strength in this position so it isn't painful, all right? There's actually a big mobility requirement as well that comes with this. See that foot, the heel's off the ground, but all the weight is on my midfoot, the balls of my feet and my toes. So we bridge the gap here by initially starting with a heels elevated slant board on the floor. So this is basically like being here, except I've got the stability that this provides while having my heel elevated. So initially all we do here is you get the leg up in front of your body like this, get into full extension of the leg, kind of squeeze the quad in the beginning. You're gonna inhale down slowly, slow as you can, small range of motion movement, especially when on the floor. Tracking the knee over the foot, and then when the heel touches, you stop, pause and own it for a second, kind of get isometrically comfortable with having a really upright trunk and that knee way out in front of your body. And then exhale through, and then squeeze out that quad as hard as you can at the top. So it'll start there. Do it on both sides, and you should feel no pain in the knee. Pain in the knee, any sort of tensioning is an indication that the patella is probably not tracking the wrong way, and that it's just gonna blow up that knee or potentially swell it, which we don't wanna do. This is intended to get your knee in a very comfortable and an uncomfortable position, all right? But we have to go through the steps. So it's harder using that same heel elevated slant board option, using a weight plate, a book, or a low step. And again, just start with maybe 3 to 6 inches max, because it is a stressful exercise. When I started trying to do this, remember I blew up my knee, had surgery, and I had a physical therapist having me try to do this exercise with weights in my hand. And it looked like this. I was collapsing, I had no control. That actually was hurting my knee. So body weight only, or even a stick into the floor like this to self-assist is a nice option in the beginning if you need it. I'll just show it first, just for that little extra stability. And again, tracking the knee over the toes, all right? And Naomi's gonna show the front angle on this too, so start from the side. So I'm gonna get here, and actually I'd recommend, especially if you elevate, start here. So that like if it hurts already, like with this foot heel on the ground, if it hurts this knee and you don't feel like you have it, then that means it's too high, all right? But start here, exhale up, and then slowly dead stop for 1 or 2 seconds, come through. Obviously it's much more challenging, and I like to go prayer position on this, push in for that stability for the chest, the core, midline. All right, dead stop, come right back up. And again, coming from the front, this is what we don't want. If you're coming down and it's going like this, like that knee is all over the place, no, we want to actually track it right over the big toe and the second, third toe. That's exactly where we want that knee to go. You know, we don't want it caving in. So it's a stability thing. It's gonna really add slabs of meat to the low quads, but it's gonna put you in a position where your knee is in a very awkward position, also stressful position, but we add resilience to it so that it doesn't become a position of potential injury or pain. And again, this is something we can't avoid, going up and down stairs. So we'll learn how to do it properly, and this is a great stepping stone exercise for that. The step up to reverse lunge is one of my all-time favorite lower body combination exercises. The step up is more glute hamstring dominant, and you get also a ton of hip flexor recruitment as you pick up the leg onto the box and pick up the leg at the top for even better hip flexor engagement. Exhale up, inhale down. And the lunge, even though this is a reverse lunge, which tends to be more glute ham dominant, it's gonna get a little more quad stress. So you combine both, and it's just great for extended time with your tensions. It's a brother-sister exercise that feeds each other. Smooth exhale up. Smooth inhale down. And you'll repeat for time. Start slow, pause and own the top and the bottom positions, and you can get more cardiometabolic too by actually speeding it up and getting more repetition. So that's something where if I wanted to go more, you know, body weight focus for longer times or faster speeds, go body weight. If you want to get more load through it, hold the dumbbell in one hand for more of a stability emphasis. As one side's loaded, you get more core hip stabilization going. I can also load up and get more of a strength stimulus by going one dumbbell in each hand. In both situations, whether it's one or two dumbbells, it's going to be easiest at hip level, harder at shoulder level. So you can do this. This pocket can be taken also into a separate, 5 or 10 minute continuous lunge step up workout, which I'm a huge fan of, to build incredible legs and cardio metabolic conditioning. So lots of options here, but I also made this workout so you could do it all body weight outdoors if needed. Alternating step up to step up jump complex. We basically mix between an easier, slower version of the movement to a harder, faster, more explosive version of the exercise. And it's gonna be tougher on a higher box. So you might actually wanna revert to a smaller box to get more jump on the plyo portion of the exercise, but I'll show both just to give you a feel for it. All I'm gonna do here is, and I'm actually alternating legs, I'm going to do my exhale up, inhale down, step up, and then when I come down on that second rep, I'm then going to just explosively exhale and exchange legs. I inhale coming down midair, then I go right back into another step up. And by the way, if you don't want to bring that leg in the top on this one, you don't have to, but I go back to one normal step up each side, and now I'm actually initiating the jump from the opposite side. And I just repeat in that manner. Now, the higher the box, the more back toe push off or back leg recruitment you need to do the transfers. Now, you can see when I do, a little bit lower of a box step, it's actually I get a little more height on the jumps. So you can mix it up, play with it. That's gonna be more range of motion. You get a little more glute recruitment, and again, more back toe involvement. If you wanna make it more just all about this top leg doing the explosive push off, mid or again, slightly lower than your normal box height will work quite well for that. But great cardiometabolic, and again, it breaks up, a medium and a hard movement so you can do it for long periods of time. As you know, I have built my lower body with step ups and lunges, and I'm a huge fan of those kind of single movement workouts. You kind of just, you take and you focus and you just get so much done with just a single exercise. Though I provided so many unique variations with this workout in terms of what it works, what it does, how it warms you up, and how they flow into each other to kind of make each movement build off the next movement. So there's an exponential training effect of this style of workout. And all the step up work is kind of getting us ready for a lot of lunge work, all right? And again, this stuff will develop the entire lower body without as much knee and low back stress, and you can do it anytime, anywhere. Great for summer outdoor training. So again, that's a lot of what this is in mind for as well. So let's build those wheels of steel. Make your post-workout report in the comment section below. Have a great workout. And as we say all the time, gorilla corns, I'm up close on this motherfucker. They never skip leg day, even though he's got legs.
Go.
Halfway. Rest.
Go.
Halfway. Rest.
Go.
Halfway. Rest.
Go. Half weight.
Rest.
Go. Half weight.
Rest.
Go. Half weight.
Rest.
Go. half weight, go. Half weight, rest, go. Half weight, Go. Halfway.
Rest.
Go. Halfway.
Rest.